The next characteristic that comes out of shame is this. You long for intimacy, but you're afraid of intimacy. So a child, again, has these built-in longings that are all connected to wanting connection, intimate relationship. They want to be authentic. They want to be known intimately. They want to be fully accepted. They want to share that with another person and experience not just physical intimacy, but they want to experience a deeper intimacy that comes from a deep knowledge of a person, shared values, shared passions, shared beliefs, a deep understanding of that person, an acceptance of that person. Healthy, meaningful relationships come out of that deepening intimacy that contains vulnerability, authenticity, total acceptance, total validation, and knowledge of each other. That is such a powerful thing. But come to complex trauma again. A child tries to follow all of those longings, to be authentic, to connect, to have intimacy, to be known, to be heard, and they get shamed, they get punished, they get rejected, they get hurt over and over again. And so they go, intimacy always ends up in getting hurt. But the longing for that deep intimacy doesn't disappear, especially when they get into their teen years, into their 20s. They just long for that companionship, that deep connection, that deep relationship intimacy. But they go, I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid if I go down that road, I'm going to get hurt badly. And so they long for it, but the fear keeps them from pursuing it. So what they tend to do is the next characteristic, and that is they go for pseudo connection, fake connection. So I can't have true deep intimacy. Let's have kind of a fake, false intimacy. Let's do things that make us feel connected, but not at a deep, deep level. So they give feelings of connection, but there's no total authenticity, total acceptance, total vulnerability. It's trying to get intimacy without authenticity, intimacy without vulnerability. That's what they're going for. So just think of much of our culture today. It is based really around people chasing fake intimacy, surface intimacy, pseudo intimacy, not genuine, real connection. So they long for feelings of intimacy. They're afraid of true intimacy. So barroom environments, lots of laughter, lots of fun, lots of storytelling, lots of warm emotion. Everybody feels like a buddy, but nobody's talked about anything of any significance. The conversations only went a millimeter deep. You think of team sports. You have a shared goal. Everybody's striving together for the shared goal. They're in the same struggle. You experience victory, defeat together, the hard work, the coming together, laughter, a family environment. It feels so close, so connected. But nobody talks at a deep level. It's the feelings of closeness without the actual authenticity and vulnerability. And that's what happens often in many military settings, in gang type of settings. You're in a shared goal, shared conquest, shared struggle. Everybody's coming together. Everybody's feeling close, acting close, but there's no true deep intimacy. Then you get people that come together with a shared common interest, a shared trauma, a shared goal, a shared hobby. They bond over one topic. They connect over being able to open up about one topic. And sometimes when they open up about that one topic, it goes deep. It gets raw. It gets real. There's emotions involved. So there's vulnerability in one area. There's coming together, shared goals and desires and passions in one area. And you go, oh, we're so close. But that's only in one area. That's only in one part of you. You don't know the rest of the person. So it creates strong, intense feelings of connection, but only around one area. So I hope what you realize is surface connection, pseudo connection, yeah, there's a place for it. It's meaningful to a degree. It gives good, warm feelings, but it's not true connection. It doesn't satisfy the deepest longings of the heart. It's not based on true authenticity and vulnerability. It's based on hiding. It's based on not being authentic totally. So, what again I want you to understand is we all need deep intimacy. We all need true connection. Surface connection is great in superficial friendships and casual friendships, but we need a soulmate. We need close friends where there's total authenticity, where there's ability to be totally vulnerable, where there's acceptance, where it's safe to do all of that, where we're understood, where people get us. We share all parts of life, intellectual, emotional, relational, spiritual. That's what we need to get healthy. And so in recovery, it becomes very important to at least try to find one person that you can begin to gradually build towards deeper and deeper intimacy, deeper and deeper connection. Now, you have to be careful because a lot of people, they go to physical intimacy too quickly. And all of a sudden they go, oh, we got physical intimacy, we're really close, we're in a relationship, and they forget all about the other forms of intimacy. Really work at, I want to have soul intimacy. There has to be getting to know each other, a deep knowledge, shared experiences, talking about a broad range of things, sharing all kinds of different emotions. Then, as we do that gradually over time, there's this growing sense of connection and intimacy. That's where the focus needs to be. So, I need to add this. For some people who basically as a child in complex trauma say intimacy always results in pain, therefore forget relationships. But they still have a desire for connection and intimacy. And so what they then do is discover, usually by a fluke, that if they connect to certain activities, it gives the feelings of intimacy. It releases chemicals in the brain that make you feel feelings of connection. So what we've learned is when people engage in sex or watch porn, it releases oxytocin, releases dopamine, releases serotonin. Those are the chemicals of connection. And so people now go, who needs relationships? I can just do these activities and it gives me the feelings of connection. And that seems to satisfy. Others, they get that through eating food. Others, they get that through shopping. They get that through playing video games. Some even find it in drugs and alcohol. And so the point is this. Our brain is driven to find deep connection. If you're not going to find it in human relationships, it will find it in activities. It will find it in things that produce the same chemicals. The problem is that without the true connection happening, those chemicals don't satisfy. Those chemicals give you a thrill for a little while, but leave you empty again because your deep connection needs are not being met. And it sets a person up for addiction. It sets a person up to pursue sex, porn, gambling, food, shopping, video games. I just need more. I just need more. I just need more. And then they become addicted. So, again, healthy connection is what living is about. It's what recovery is about. It is such an important aspect of life.